just starting to come out of Oban to go along to Gavoken Sands. Ganavan Sands, whatever it's called, and the scenery is absolutely beautiful.
Right, keep looking now, there's no... Do this castle in front there.
See the castle there? Don't know the name of it. But it really is lovely scenery. This is Ganavan Sands, we think. You can see the scenery everywhere is just beautiful.
Well, if you look across the mall,
well, what we thought was Ganavan Sands up a little bit further appeared not to be now, because this is the sands, but it's beautiful views. Wonderful scenery. This is the view now. We've just come back from Ganavan Sands, and over there is the boat that we went to the Isle of Mull on the other day.
all these guest houses.
Here there's just nothing but hotels and guest houses all the way along. We're just going out of Oban now, and that's the McCaig's Tower at the top there where we were a little bit earlier on. I'm just going to go out now on the road towards back where our caravan is, which is the Fort William Road. This is the view coming from Oban out on the Fort William Road, which goes back to Connell, which is where our caravan is. Around every corner is some beautiful scenery. We've now come to Dunstafnage Castle, and it's very close to all these sailing boats in the marina. Over there is the Connell Bridge, which we're about 1 mile past that in the caravan site. It's a single lane bridge. And we've got a pathway now to walk up to Dunstafnage Castle. I don't know what it's going to be like inside. There's a chapel as well that we can see.
We're now inside the castle, and this is the general view. This must be the well.
zoom it in, might see our caravan.
In the distance we can see our caravan site. I don't think we can see our caravan now. It's quite a long way away actually. We're now coming down through the woods. We're going to the chapel, and it's not near the castle, it's a way away. We're coming to it now, I think. But it's in a wood. Inside of the chapel we found these graves. It seems the lady of the house was only about 27.
That'll be one of the family, because they're many of them.
The thickness of these walls, and this is just a chapel. Today we've just gone for a walk along the beach. There's our caravan's site up there, and we decided we'd have a local day today. So we've come along this end of the beach and just have a look at the view. At the moment the tide's right out of this lock, because some locks are tidal. There's the steep rock there that I shan't be climbing.
It's Sunday now, the 22nd of August I believe, and we are just leaving Oban for Invergarry, which is in between Fort William and Inverness. Not terribly far, I don't think, outside of Fort William, but this is the scene going along the main road. Quite pretty again, still got all the mountains in the background. It's a lovely view going along. This is the view going along on the side of the road is absolutely beautiful. This is the view. We've had to stop at some traffic lights for a minute. Just coming into a little village called Appin.
I'll perhaps do more for it, love.
This is the scene again now, on the way to Invergarry. The weather's lovely today. Just going over this bridge that we could see from way down below. View that's going along. There's another view, lovely. We're just coming into Fort William now. Well, we've just actually got here. That looks quite nice. We are going on a little way outside. This is Fort William. Mountains in the background. Another view. We've come past the Nevis Range, which was on our right, but there was nowhere to park, and with all the trees, we might possibly see it on the way back. But this is where we're heading now from Fort William up to Invergarry. We've just come up from from Fort William out of there now. Scenery, as you can see, is wonderful. Now one of these has got to be Nevis, and Nevis, but which we don't know. It's a beautiful day. Just moved away from there now and coming up to, well, we shan't stop again, I don't suppose, but there is a viewpoint there. Whether it tells us, there's a monument there. This is a nice view. Going towards Invergarry. This is the scene, about 10 or 12 miles now, I think, to Invergarry. There's this lovely lock on the side of us. We've now arrived at Invergarry. And this is where we've just checked in. The scenery here is absolutely beautiful. Mountains all the way around. Absolutely beautiful. And down below here are the pitches. They've all got little tables and little sites separately put out. Looks really nice. And we're now going to go down and sight the caravan. Lovely place.
This is the Caledonian Canal, and this is all the locks. They're called the Caledonian Locks. It's a big boat waiting to come through, and locks are just about, the swing bridge here is just about open, I think.
Get a lot in here, can't we?
Yeah, about 9 I suppose. These are the boats waiting to go down the lock. They have to wait until all the other ones come up the lock. Over in the distance I can see a ski slope.
You don't tell me when you're going to start.
This is the Invermarston Falls.
Thomas Telford Bridge.
Thomas Telford bit the bridge,
Nearly
and the
200
falls
years
go
ago.
into the Loch Ness. Built the bridge 200 years ago. The farthest bridge took 8 years to build, because apparently they had trouble with the builders. this little house. We're not quite sure what it was,
Fireplace was here, look.
but it looked like somebody lived here once.
Yeah.
Very fascinating doorway.
The windows are arched doing the same thing.
The windows are arched as well, so
we're just on our way now from Invergarry to the Isle of Skye, and this is the scene as we've come up over a hill, and the beauty of it is absolutely magnificent. Loch that's down below goes right back past where we left our caravan at the site, and the amount of mountains all the way round is just wonderful. The weather's not too bad, it's not terrifically hot, it's a bit of a wind, but it's still very mild. They've taken an awful lot of trees down in the forest, but it's looking beautiful. These floating things that you can see in the loch are, we think, they're the breeding ground for the salmon, because there's such a lot of them all the way down. Obviously, that's what they're used for. We've just come up another hill and round the bend, and this is the view from there. Absolutely beautiful. Just seems every corner you go round, something lovely to see. Round the bend again, and this is the view from here. There's a dam down there in the
that's a hydroelectric dam, that is.
The end of the loch, and in the distance you can see the road running right through up through the mountains. Just coming into the Skye and Lacosh, as you can see. The scenery is still beautiful. Loch on our left. This is the scenery going round the bend. Loch. This is the scenery, and I'll take the high road,
I'll take the low road,
and I'll be in Scotland before ye. Can't sing, can I? Not very good at filming either, I don't think. Look at that range of mountains there, just as you come in round this bend. Beautiful. Thinking about coming up here in the winter, because it must look lovely, all these trees covered in snow. I've just come right down now into the valley, and this is the view in between the mountains, which looks really lovely. Obviously, as I said before, every corner you turn is a beautiful sight. Just just coming round the corner now, not terribly far from the Carl of Lacoche, and this is the Eileen Donan Castle. Well, we're just coming into the Carl of Lacoche, and that's the bridge that goes over to the river, over to the island of Skye. And there's a little island just down there. There's a boat there, but I don't think
That used to be the ferry.
ferry actually goes from there now. I don't know. It looks quite nice, and the weather's beautiful now. Just come over the bridge now into the Isle of Skye.
Should we go to
Now which way do we go? Round to the left. Well, that's the bridge we've just come over, and we're now in the Isle of Skye. Over there is Bonnie, Scotland. Beautiful view again. We're heading for Portree, which is a place on the island, and there's this lovely waterfall. Well, we're just coming round the corner to it now. Oh, I missed it. Just turned another corner now, and this is a view again on the main road to Portree.
Every town has a square, and this is the square in Portree, in the northern part of Skye. Just had lunch across the road. This was quite alright. Let's go to the granary. Next door to the bakery. And there's, like in most village squares or town squares, that's where all the buses go from. This is Portree. That's about all there is, I think. We're going down to the harbour in a minute. This is the harbour, Portree.
chiuso. Sarà chiuso per un gruppo privado. Noi
Para un gruppo privato.
Just watching this boat come in, and apparently according to the sign it's a boat that services all the islands. I think it just runs like a bus service. We will see in a moment. This is a catamaran. It's called a Highland Hopper. It's called the Lord of the Highlands. There's the driver on the outside. He's the captain, I suppose.
Well, we're back now to the Carl of Lochalsh. We've been all the way up to Portray, and we're just coming back in now, and this is the view just before we go over the bridge. Some sort of a relic of a castle there. And the view right the way up through the mountains is absolutely beautiful. This obviously was a ferry stop at one time, but it's don't think it's used anymore. Over there is Scotland, where we're going to be heading in a minute. It's a shame, because this is a lovely island. And there is the bridge coming into view that we are going to be going up. A lovely bridge. This is the Eileen Donan castle. I tried catching it this morning as we went past, but I don't think I did very well. And this is the view now, because obviously we're on our way back from the Isle of Skye to the caravan, and that's the view that we're seeing.
This is the bridge of Oik. The bridge of Oik, and there's boats going through. That's a bridge for walking across. And there's the boats that's just gone through into the lock. And that big one there. That's a nice boat. That's a weir just there, because all these locks are different depths, different heights. Must be the gatekeeper's cottage, because there's a man has to open the gate here. There's a good steep road up that mountain. Go on then.
Cruising Loch Ness at the moment. We've come quite a far way up. Now we're going to turn around and go back, I think.
Up to the highest point, which is at Loch Hoich, which is at 106 feet or 32 metres above sea level. Here in Loch Ness, we're exactly halfway up the canal system at 53 feet or 16 metres above sea level. Originally it was used by commercial craft to transport everything, coasters and barges, using it for that purpose. The main use nowadays of folks is pleasure craft, and a high majority of those are hired cruisers, also affectionately known by us as the plastic nightmares. You actually need experience, and in fact 2 episodes of Baywatch is the minimum acceptable amount.
At last we found Ben Nevis, and there's the cable cars going up.
Waarom trek je?
Loads of them, isn't there?
Thick with fog today.
Isn't it? I'm going on the cable car on the mountain range at Nevis. Oh dear, it's going a bit fast. I can see Dad down there on the front. Oh dear, that's a long way, going to go a long way up. Well, you can see it's very high up, and there's the view that I can see. I shan't be getting out at the top, I'm just carrying on the round trip, which is about half an hour. Oh, it's stopping now. Well, it's certainly a long way up, and I think it's still climbing. I daren't turn round. This is the view to the side. It's now got very high. Daren't look down. We're still not reached up to the place where most people get off at the restaurant and viewpoint. There's a stony path by the side. Beginning to think I wished I'd walked up. It is just so high. Oh. Oh, it is so high. We've not got up the top yet. And this is the view from the side, and it's still such a long way up to go. Oh, I didn't realise it was this high. This is the scene now from further up, and we still haven't got up to the restaurant and landing stage. It's a lot higher than what I thought. Daren't look down. This is the scene from the side now. Now turning round. We're now turning round in the station, which is approximately halfway up to Nevis, and now we're turning round. The car's turning round to go back down. I don't know whether I should turn round. I think I'll have a little look first and see what I think. That's going into the station, and I'm now going back down. Lots of pathways up from that station, which is halfway to Ben Nevis, although this isn't actually Ben Nevis that we're on. I must be mad. But there, it's halfway through now. There's walkers over there that have ventured up. as you can from that restaurant station where we've just been. You can see all the cable cars, there's loads of them. Quite a lot of people are venturing up here. There's a very thick mist now on the top of the mountain. That you can't see the top anyway. There's a long, long way to go after where we stopped. There's water there just gushing down the side of the mountain. A few sheep grazing, although there doesn't seem to be any goats about. I think we're still quite high up. More water there running down. A few trees there that could make nice Christmas trees. Getting down now. Nice heather growing there. It's a pretty good footpath, I think, for anybody wanting to walk up. Obviously you get lots of walkers up here anyway. Oh, it's all come to a standstill. Obviously, people getting on and off. Now we're going again. Thank goodness we weren't up too high. It's nearly down the bottom now. Just running down now into the last little bit, into the station. And I've done it! Hooray! This is the cafeteria at the bottom of the slope, a chairlift. Right, now I've got back to the car, to William the Conqueror, who was too frightened to go up to Ben Nevis. Never mind, he stayed and he guarded the possessions. We just come up to this Commando Memorial, which is on the top of a hill, and the scenery now is very good, considering it's practically 7 o'clock. We just left Fort William and now heading back to Invergarry to the caravan, and just bought some nice cooked chicken, and we're going to eat in tonight for a change. There's a little memorial garden, it looks like, over there, with flowers on. It really is quite beautiful.
We've come to this memorial of the commanders during the war, And this is a little garden on the side, in memorial to the commandos. This is just a general view of our site and how we feed the ducks every day. Every morning they come and they wait outside the door.
Oh dear, you can't get up there, can you?
We're right by a little lake, and there's the next caravan down there, and there's one way down there, and we got a lake.
Lovely blue sky, isn't it, this morning?
Yeah, this is Wednesday, and it's a lovely morning.
And we're going on to Blair Athol.
And we're going on to Blair Athol now,
Okay.
in a minute, which is a bit farther south.
We're just on our way to Blair Athol now, which is in the Grampian Mountains, and the scenery is lovely. We're just this old bridge that I've just filmed has got a lot of people looking at it. As you can see, the scenery is beautiful. It's a lovely day. It's the 25th of August and it's Wednesday. It really is beautiful weather. This is the view a little bit further on. It's quite a bumpy road, although it's a pretty good road. just looks quite pretty going through here in the sunshine. But it looks beautiful in the winter as well with the snow on the trees. Very, very much like Canada. And obviously the roads over there are certainly wider than this little one that we're on at the moment. Just turned on to the A889 towards Perth, on our way to Blair Athol. That's the scene we can see ahead of us now. Just thought I'd take a view of this road, as it's up and down like a roller coaster.
We are in Pitlochry. This is a water wheel, and it runs off of this stream coming down here.
It runs under the restaurant.
And it goes right underneath the restaurant. This is in front of a pub and a restaurant, and it's called the Old Mill Inn. It's very hot. It's very hot here today. This is the main street of Pitlochry. That's one half. That's the other half.
Look out here, the main road.
It's the view of the River Tay, and we're just going to have a look at the dam and a fish ladder. This is a power station on the dam, and I'm squeezing this through the railings. This is called a fish ladder. And down there there's an observation place to see it. Over there there's a suspension bridge. And that's the lock. And that's where the fish are trapped.
Horrible. It's so dark.